Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more New York Jets franchise. And today we've got a big opportunity for one of our players. Last episode, we saw none other than cornerback Azariah Thomas, who is considered one of the best DBs in the league for the last couple years. Yeah, he's getting better and better as the days go by. And he's only star dev. He's young. He's a young corner out of Florida State. He's already had this opportunity before earlier on in the season. Actually, last week he had this opportunity. He got the tackles, but he didn't get the TFL. Or he didn't get the pass deflections. But he's got that same opportunity again this week. Seems he's doing quite well. But can he do good enough this week? I really hope so. Azariah Thomas, he's a solid number 2 corner right behind none other than Sauce Gardner. He's number 30, so he's a starting caliber corner. You can see his stats overall is right here. He's a pretty good corner. He got excellent zone coverage. It's probably one of his big strengths. Now, he's not the fastest. He's only 86 speed, but he is really, really good in zone coverage. 94 zone coverage. Ooh-wee. This man can lock it down in a zone, of course. He's got 91 play rec, and he's got pretty high awareness, 86 awareness, so he's not completely hopeless. And another big surprise, yet again it's not. Mike Ward, quarterback, breakout, the best rookie quarterback in NFL history, goes up the X Factor after last week. Actually, after 2 weeks ago. He had some excellent games this year, and they decided to give him the X Factor. I don't know why, but they said QB breakout, and I didn't even have to do anything. He just did really good. After after the 5 touchdown game against the Chiefs, the team we lost to last year, they just gave him the X Factor. Now he got sacked 4 times, but he still balled out, beat the champions from 2 years or from last year. Actually, I guess 2 years ago. In season 2, they were the defending Super Bowl champions. We beat them 35-30. Then again, they don't have Travis Kelce anymore. He kind of retired. So you can kind of make the argument. Maybe if they would have had him, we wouldn't have beat him. But then again, you can make the argument otherwise. Because we did beat him. But funny enough, the only team we lost to was kind of our crosstown rival, the New York Giants, where he had his second worst game of the season, which the worst one is when I played, which he threw his only pick. Now, he didn't get sacked at all, but he did throw a pick. That's kind of my bad, I will admit. But he has had a really, really great season so far. The team's playing well. We're playing as good as we need to. The only games we've really struggled to win were, of course, the Giants one where we lost, and it seems like the Chiefs won. Now, our receiving core isn't the best right now, but we do have a two-headed monster at receiver in Garrett Wilson and Darius Etienne. Etienne 86 overall, and Garrett Wilson finally hitting 90 overall. Our O-line's looking pretty solid. Jorge Sierra is a star dev center. We moved Joe Tittman over to left guard because Jorge Sierra is taking over at the center position for now. But this O-line looks pretty solid. If Olaf Ashana could develop a little bit more, that would be great. And as you can see, Trevante Bridges is a superstar dev D-tackle. So we kind of went after possibly the best D-tackle in the draft. And then Blaine Jarrett taking over for Devin Bush. I don't see why not. Blaine Jarrett, he's a good young linebacker. He's only 1 overall point less. He's got more upside than Devin Bush does at this current moment. So I don't see why not play him. Why not give the young guy a chance? Now we are going to have Andre Cisco, our Darius Washington. Cisco was injured, but then he came back. And now we are looking at peak performance right now on the defensive side. So we could have our best defensive game. Well, we actually had a pretty good one. In one of the recent games, we had like 6 sacks on the quarterback. I believe it was against the Cowboys. We had 6 sacks. Bridges got one. I believe Turner got one. I don't remember who all got one, but yeah, we had a good game against the Cowboys. And we do already have the mock draft ready up. Now we do not have a first round pick because we traded up. Actually, I think it's because we traded uh back when we made one of our trades. We don't have one anymore. We can try to trade one, try to trade up in the draft somehow, but do we really want to? There's not too many good receivers, but there is a bunch of corners. But corner play has been really good. So maybe we don't focus completely on corner. Defense has played quite well, I would say. We just need some more receivers. Because behind ETN, it's Shaheed at an 81, and it pretty much goes downhill from there. We even have Tayshawn Starks, the rookie receiver, playing right now. He's our fourth string. I think he might be our fifth string, and Arian Smith is our fourth. Arian Smith finally getting to see some playtime. But yeah, as you can see, not a single receiver going in the first. Receivers are one of the strengths, but the thing is, it don't seem like they're supposed to go in the first. But we did have Mike Ward, who has pretty much got on the player of the week. If it wasn't him, it was like somebody like Trevante Bridges or Darius Etienne. The only week we didn't have a player of the week was, well, week 1. That was when we played and we allowed Jaden Daniels to kind of stick in the game with us, when in reality, he kind of shouldn't. We should have dominated that game. We did for the most part, but we just let them stay in the game. We can't do stuff like that against teams like the Commanders, who are significantly worse than us overall wise. Somehow we're carried to a 4-1 record, leading the division against teams like the Buffalo Bills, who lost their tight ends. I will admit, they lost their tight ends, and they just don't have the power that they need on that offense. It seems like they're struggling just a little bit, but we've been kicking on most cylinders under Mike Ward, who has had an incredible season. He's second in the league in passing yards. So him and Joe Burrow probably fighting for that MVP spot. ETN he's even second in the league in receiving yards. So ETN's having a pretty good year so far. We're only 5 games in. We're about to go into our game 6. Jaguars don't seem to be doing that well. They're 3-2 as well, third in their division. Somehow we are number 3 rated. Well, I mean, we're behind the Bengals and the Chargers. So it seems the Bengals might have finally got a defense to help out Joe Shiesty. His ratings don't look too terrible. He's got grades of good speed, so hopefully he has at least 90 speed. His stuff actually looks pretty good. Break tackle could be actually it looks pretty solid. His spec catch is great. Now we don't necessarily need another spec catch guy. I kind of want to go after a guy that has like blazing speed, but unfortunately we just haven't really got lucky with prospects having elite speed and just being good in general. We haven't been that fortunate. Well, and of course being able to play like running back or receiver. But Ian Lloyd, he looks solid so far. Round 1 to 2. I believe we do have a second round pick. But hopefully we can try to get Ian Lloyd. Whether we have to trade him to number 32 or whatever we got to do. We are a top fit for him, so We could be looking at getting a guy like Ian Lloyd, 6 foot, 189 pounds, 22 years old, out of Stanford. He looks good so far, but how will he play throughout the season? We have him 40% scouted. We definitely need to get some depth at that receiver position, because if Garrett Wilson or Darius Etienne goes down, then we'd be left with guys like Rashid Shaheed, Hayshawn Starks, Arian Smith, and I don't know how well Mike Ward is going to be able to handle having to be like playing with those guys. As long as he's got like a good tight end like Colson Loveland or Mason Taylor, I think he should very well be fine. But getting Ian Lloyd or just any good receiver would definitely help us out a lot. And then we've got Seth Steele, 5'10", out of Oklahoma. He's a deep threat. He's got great to good speed as well. Now, his stuff doesn't look the best right now, but if he's supposed to be round 1 projection, he's got to be something. So, we'll see how he goes. We're a top fit for him, so we'll keep a close eye on him. If they think we're a good fit for him, then we'll see how he goes throughout the year, but I don't know. Seth Steele could be a make or break in the draft. I don't know if he's round 1. Right now, his route running isn't looking the best. So if my best guess is anything, Seth Steele will not be good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Jacksonville, Florida, where the 3-2 Jaguars take on your New York Jets, who've had a pretty solid season, only losing to the Giants. We are 4-1, but there comes the Jaguars. They don't have the best team, but I consider we have a really good team. We should have a much better defense, but defense just played terrible all season. Jacksonville, they don't really have a good O-line, so look for some heavy pressure. And they're going to return it. A big kickoff right there. They're going to be starting at the 26. Trevor Lawrence, a man who's once considered a generational quarterback, is going to be getting his opportunity to go against the Jets. Jets looking to continue their winning streak of 2. They're going to send a man in motion. And they're going to fake the run. And there's going to be plenty of open room to get it to their X-Factor rookie out of Iowa State. Tight end, apparently, is their strong suit. 3rd and 6. We need every possible outcome denied. They're going to pass it. And they're going to check it down to Hunter. Why is he not accounted for? This defensive coordinator, I realized we kind of hired him back after firing him. And Brian Thomas Jr., I should have figured, kind of just gave himself up there. I don't know whether that's a smart or stupid decision, but he's going to break a tackle. What are we doing? Why are we not got many guys on the outside? So Jacksonville, they've been able to run it. That's been one of our weaknesses on the team. They're going to run it. And they're going to get a first. What are we doing on defense? I don't know. So 3rd and 10 now. We've got to get a stop here if we want to look at keeping this game within range. That's not how you do it. Touchdown Jacksonville. Where is the coverage? Why are we leaving these guys highly unattended? Like, seriously. He threw it. He was in contact with his lineman, so he shouldn't have had as good of a pass. What are we doing? I don't know if it's me playing crappy coverage or if it's just a game. They've absolutely nerfed the crap out of the players' defense. But we got to get something going on offense. Doesn't help when your own team is kind of screwing ourselves over. I don't know why we are, but we just are. But Garrett Wilson, why was this picked off? Where did he come from? It makes no sense for these guys to be able to get in any position. But luckily we've got guys like Colston Loveland to help us out. He's a great tight end. You would think we'd actually be able to beat them deep, but so far we have, well, kind of yet to do that. We're going to get Rashad wide open. He's going to get it. Big first down. Luckily, we picked up Rashad White in the offseason to help us with plays like that. First down for the Jets. Somehow we're down by 7, of course. And he's going to make the grab. First down. So, 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Jets are going to be at the 18. Mike Ward has his X Factor, but he's going down. Jordan Davis with the sack. He's probably going to lose it now. So as soon as he got his X Factor, he kind of lost it. But we're going to have Mason Taylor over the middle, who's going to pick up the first just when we need him most. Mason Taylor coming in clutch as always. He's the only guy we can really rely on to catch anything. I don't know what our issue is. We're doing something wrong, and I can't really tell. We might just have to take our 3. I don't know why our offensive line lets him through every single time, but when we try to do anything against them, it just results in something like this. What are we doing? Why can we not get pressure, but they get pressure every play? This makes no sense, but we're going to go into the second quarter down 3-7. I don't know what's going on with the defense. We can't cover. We can't block. We can't get any pressure. But we got a guy like Mason Taylor. Colston Loveland barely getting open ever. I don't know what's wrong. We cannot block. Now, whether it's my fault, I'm not playing coverage correctly, or whatever, something just seems not right with this defense. But we finally get a TFL. Finally. Shamar Turner doing what we brought him to do. We're trying to build an identity on defense. We're trying to build this defense to be top tier again. But I don't know. We have the pieces. We just don't have... Thank you, user alert. Finally getting something we deserve. Sherwood turning this ball over for us. He's always been reliable. Sherwood's been one of the best linebackers in the NFL for the last couple years. Lawrence trying to roll out. Read him like a book. He wanted to go to his man Pierce, his leading receiver, but he just couldn't. Now Ward's going to get a chance. He's done pretty well so far this season, only throwing 1 pick in 5 games. The pass attempt goes incomplete. But what are we to do? We can only hope. But speaking of hope, we've got Etienne open. He's going to get a first down. He's open on that one. Now we're going to try to flip the play to confuse the defense. But we've got to hurry up. We can't be playing clunky like this. We've been doing it all season, and we cannot continue. And Shaheed breaking and tackle, but it doesn't matter. Didn't really amount to much. But we are going to try to run hurry up. Maybe we can just confuse this defense. And Shaheed, he's going to grab it. He's going to get the first. Shaheed can finally hold on to a ball. He's been struggling with that. This entire team has. I don't know why of all games to start struggling, we choose this one. But we do catch it for a first. Now we want to try to rely on our run game just a little bit. Or maybe we actually go something like this. Z-spot. And Garrett Wilson holds on. Gets down to the 1. We are in the goal line range. And actually, crap. We're going to send him on a zig route. And Etienne gets in for 6. They didn't have multiple guys out there in the flats, so we just had to lob it up to ETN, who was uncovered. And that's going to be his first touchdown of the game. Completely uncovered. Ward decided to change it up a little bit. They had to rush a guy out there, but it wasn't in time as we get 6. Great play call. Great hot route right there by Ward, realizing just in time. Great cameraing. Because we should not be allowing this much. We should be doing significantly better. That has just been yet to happen. But he's going up. Sauce Gardner. He's going to get the interception. Lawrence's second big mistake, throwing on the run with Gardner in coverage. He tried to go to his man, but it wasn't enough. As you could say, he didn't put enough sauce on the lettuce. He went to the well one too many times, trying to go to BTJR. Probably not even close to what we call him, but Brian Thomas Jr. was the intended receiver. Gardner with the pick. Well, we forced 2 turnovers and 2 interceptions. Why does Travis Hunter gotta be right there? And Shaheed with the first. Probably could have cut back there and got a whole lot more. Doesn't help when we try jumping for a ball that was unnecessarily, well, I mean, he didn't really need to jump up for it. Absolutely clobbered. He laid the boom with that elbow. Now we're going to try to run it. He's going to get the first. We're on the edge of our couches every time we run it. We have struggled to do that all season, but we can possibly change that today. Too many men in coverage, of course, but that's just a matter of fact. But he's got ETN in motion, who tried cutting back, but Branch was right there. First down again. He had it in his hands. He just couldn't get it. But speaking of a guy who can, it's Loveland with the grab. He's going to get the first. Tried doing a little bit of something unnatural and spinning. Can put him in spin cycle. Say no tornado. We're starting to heat up and get the momentum that we've been needing all game. But speaking of which, if we can get some good blocks, we can definitely get down. 200 yards for Ward already. That just shows how much we've needed him so far in the game. We haven't been able to run much, but when you've got guys like Rashawn White helping out in the passing game, that kind of helps. We actually got good blocking, and White got good, well, 2 minutes left in the first half. And Shaheed, he's going to get in the end zone. I told you he's pretty freaking fast. When we can utilize that speed by doing stuff like mesh, we can get him open. Ward, he's doing pretty good today. We've needed him a lot. We've called his number pretty much every time. We're going to probably end up having him throw like 40, maybe even 50 passes tonight. Can't run the ball, but we'll try. 3rd and 2. All we need is to get a stop here. We're going to send Pierce in motion. Lawrence, he's had all day in the pocket, but he's going to have his man who's going to go out of bounds, barely avoiding the defense. We need to start producing pressure, but we haven't been able to do that. We can possibly play a little bit up. They might expect to try to go deep. Or they might try to go that. They might be aiming for field goal range. As suspected, they might be trying to go for a field goal. They're going to fake it, but they're going to have the rookie tight end open over the middle. Gardner somehow lost his X factor. And it's a first down from the 10. Somehow not first and goal. They got 30 seconds left in the half. And they're going to get it to their man, Brian Thomas Jr. We got to be playing better. Lock in the inside and don't let him get that. So, playing as we should. We gotta play pressed up where... And it's knocked out. Kyle Hamilton there. They're at the 1. They're probably just gonna go QB sneak here if I had to guess. Lawrence gonna run fullback dive. We have so many men up the middle and it doesn't matter. They will get in to take the lead right before halftime. They hand it off, fullback dive. We kind of expected QB dive or QB sneak, but we had so many linemen there. Well, we're going to be going into halftime with the lead just a little bit by 3. 17-14 is your score. Jets on top. Jags have played pretty good offense. Their defense, actually, they started off pretty good, but then started slowing down. Let's check out around the league. Now the Commanders taking on the Panthers. Commanders need this win, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. As Chuba Hubbard running over top the defense. Why go through when you can just leap over? Panthers win a close one in a low-scoring game, 10-9. So they are going to be 3-3. But now, two teams who aren't really expected to be doing that bad. Well, they're going to be doing that bad as the Chiefs have a running back who is really good. They're going to be winning 14-3 at halftime. Ravens don't have nearly as much star power as they used to, though. So now we're going to Tennessee, where it's the Saints taking on the Titans. Young quarterback Cam Ward is now going to be doing good, as that's actually a rookie quarterback who's going to get it. So I believe that could be his tight end straight. He was drafted in the top 5 by the Saints, hoping to replace Shuck. He seems like he very much will. Saints on top. Saints on top at halftime. Bills beating the Colts by 10. Pittsburgh destroying Cleveland. But this game is way too close. Coverage has sucked. We haven't been able to get much pressure on Trevor Lawrence. We did get 2 picks. Throwing it up to Sauce Gardner against Brian Thomas Jr. That's a pick. Sherwood read it like a book. We got to continue the momentum. We will get ball after half. Ward, we're going to have to go look for him again. We've been getting much on the run game. So Jordan Davis just destroying our rookie center. Our rookie center is going to have to start playing like a beast. But that ETN who's going to make the grab. Jaquan Brisker somehow keeping up with him. But Mike Ward, he's having a pretty solid game so far. We've had to call his number a lot today. We're going to have to rely on him to win this game on offense. Passing is pretty much the only thing we're good at. We can definitely win the game if we just look to Ward. ETN. Oh boy, it's a pick. Jaquan Brisker. He's getting back in coverage. Ward throws his first pick. It was a stupid pass. We saw them all in coverage, 3 men in coverage, somehow pick Jacksonville. What's funny is our defense doesn't play nearly like this. Jaquan Brisker not even looking at the ball and immediately turning up to pick it as soon as he sees ETN go up for it. Yeah, makes sense. Casper is throwing the football too. Not how he wanted to start the half. That's a sign of anything to come. This is not looking good. And what are we doing in coverage? We're allowing we're allowing the rookie tight end with an X factor of all things to get that open. Trevor Lawrence was never this good in real life, and we literally cannot get any pressure on him.
All right, let's go.
Maybe if Trevante Bridges could get literally anything on him, we could probably get somewhere. But neither Trevante, nor Shamar, nor Jermaine Johnson, Donald, none of those guys can apparently get past the offensive line. We've really got to start getting some pressure. We have not been doing great. And Shamar Turner finally gets our first sack of the game. very much needed. But it looks like Will McDonald's going to be celebrating for Shamar Turner. Well, finally get our first sack. Very much needed. And Azariah Thomas pass deflection. He needs another one.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
3rd and goal from the 7. It's gain of 3. Tony Adams almost gets an interception. Finally, you're showing up. We tried forcing it deep, but when you try to force it, that's when bad things start to happen. But speaking of forcing it, it's Colston Loveland. That's all we need. Get it downfield to our guys. Well, I mean, we're on the other side of the field, so we've clearly done good enough. Loveland making a good catch. He's officially over 100 yards. Loveland making the catch. And first down again. Colston Loveland with another grab. Now Mike Ward. He's got a great. And he's sacked. Thing we didn't need. Ward is going to take a sack, and now it's 2nd and 22. The one thing with his X Factor, he can't afford to take a sack. But there's going to be a penalty on the Jets. That's probably holding.
Holding. Offense.
First penalty of the game. It's Olaf Fashana. If it couldn't get any worse, it did. 3rd and 32. We're in field goal range because it's Jake Bates. Free play. But they're going to sack us because our superstar dev lineman. Well, we get a free play, so it's all right. Free play, we get sacked. It's only going to move us up 5. And ETN going to make the grab. We can just take our field goal here. With 3rd down and 6. This would be a pretty big stop. But it's caught. Azariah Thomas is probably not deserving of that X Factor or the superstar dev. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Jags down by 3, but that probably won't be like that for much longer. Put up your 4s, because we're going to look to try to win this game against the Jags, even though I'm starting to get less motivated. This game shouldn't be nearly as close as it is, but we try. Sherwood was there. I don't know why he didn't just reach his hands up, why he had to do a full 360. Hey, the ball's being thrown in my direction. Maybe I should pick it off. So it seems using a linebacker is probably the only way to go. Try using anybody else. It's useless. But even if you don't, something like that's going to happen. They act like he's freaking Derrick Henry, when in reality he's not. He's just some freaking receiver. Touchdown, Jacksonville. I see why this defense sucks so bad. It could just be that I'm playing, or it's because this game's scripted to have the Jags win. I don't know. I'm trying my best. I really am. It's just not working. But it all comes down to who can play the smartest and who can make the least amount of mistakes. So far, we are making a lot of mistakes. We cannot block. It's funny. It really is. We can't get a sack, but whenever they want to, whenever it really matters, they get one freaking easily. Yeah, allow that. Mike Ward, you're not a fullback. Quit playing like an idiot. Thank you, Colston Loveland. Finally, somebody wants to play like an actual player. We don't know how to block. We don't know how to catch. It's the simple things in life, really. And ETN on a crappy throw, because for whatever reason, Ward wants to keep running backwards and throw off his back foot when I'm trying to set his feet. He completes it. Any sort of opportunity to try and just get a run, just... I guess let's forget about that, because that's a lost cause. But what isn't a lost cause is Shaheed getting a big first down. Well, Ward does have his X factor. So we're going to look to try to pass it. And ETN makes the grab. Give us back that lead. Now ETN just chunking the ball at the Jags fans. He's one of our best receivers. He's 88 overall, I believe. 86, whatever. I believe in him. ETN all the way. Check down. First down. Last down. Jags in 5. Wow. 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 Alec Pierce is some kind of god. And Trevor Lawrence has the anticipation of a freaking Tom Brady. Where did that come from? Where did freaking Alec Pierce come from? And why did it take so long for McDonald to get there? And why wasn't it an accurate pass? And why couldn't we get a tackle? He's not that fast. What sense of realism is this? We are 4-1. We are 5 points better than they are. And yet we're having to compete with them. Luckily, Colson Loveland came to compete though. If you put a parlay on Mike Ward getting above 400, you're kind of in luck. ETN, he's probably got over 100. We need to get as much as we can. And Shaheed's going to help us with that. How is that realistic at all? Oh, we want to have a simulation game. Yeah, simulation game. Sacked. I probably took way too long. We're actually about to lose to the Jags. The only things I've got to say about this game, EA Sports, we suck at making games. That's all I gotta say. Please fix your game, EA Sports. In what world are the Jaguars gonna go toe-to-toe? Yeah, I get we aren't the best defense. We're an 88 defense. They're an 81 offense. In what world are we gonna be doing this bad? Trevor Lawrence is only an 80 overall. He's not gonna be making that kind of pass. He sucks. Alec Pierce is only 81 overall, and he's torching us. I don't want to have to do the minimum player speed threshold, because that is realistic, having fast players be fast. Maybe if your game was good in the first place, maybe we wouldn't have to freaking fix our sliders. Maybe we wouldn't have to have trash games like this. Now, Ward, other than that one pick early in the game, he did pretty well. Now, don't look at his completion percentage thinking, oh, that's bad. His QB rating is pretty good. But just remember, the only reason it's this high is because, well, we kind of couldn't do any better. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know how he made some of those passes. It shouldn't have happened. You can literally see right there, 80 overall. Whenever Mike Ward will get his X Factor, he's 97 overall, by the way. Make that make sense. How the frick does Trevor Lawrence play this good? He's only 80 overall. I get him on all Madden. That doesn't mean he's going to play good, though. That doesn't mean he's going to play like an MVP. Now, I'm not saying these are MVP numbers, because we all know they're not. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Man, I played the best I freaking could. I don't know why this defense is so bad. Maybe we do need to get cornered. But it doesn't matter. Sauce Gardner's getting cooked anyways. And now here's the part that makes me even more mad. Look at the overall of this running back, Reddick. 69 overall. Yeah. And I'm going to show you the freaking offensive lineman of the Jaguars overall, and I'm going to show you why this is bullcrap. I'm using the Steelers defensive playbook. We can't... Actually, does it say how many sacks we produced? Not yet. It shouldn't have been like this. Their 69 overall running back can get 80 yards, but my 87 overall can't get that. They barely get 10. Their backup, who's 66 as well. What is the logic behind this? And the touchdowns. Jacksonville's running backs. They did get down to the freaking 1-yard line, and they just run it in. Somehow we wouldn't get enough pressure. We had 3 guys up the freaking middle, and somehow this dumb fullback got in the end zone. Now for yards, Colston Loveland led the entire game with 169, because we would constantly get him open, because somehow they've locked down our other guys. Their corners aren't really that good outside of Travis Hunter. So I don't know why the frick they did good. Brian Branch is there. Juan Brisker's there. I really don't know. It's really pointless. It's very obvious sometimes when the game is scripted to have the team that they want to win. If they want you to win, it'll be obvious. If they want the other team to win, as you saw today, it's very, very obvious. Doesn't matter if you play like freaking a god or if you play like absolute trash. You'll win the game EA Sports wants you to win. I'm probably sounding like so many other people right now. Rashid Shaheed did good. Darius Etienne did good. Rashad White. You're telling me a 70... I get he's an X Factor. I really do. You're telling me a 75 overall is going to cook everybody. Alec Pierce is an 81 overall. Now, I don't know whether he has speed or not, but it still comes down to Trevor Lawrence being an 80 overall and that offensive line being like their best offensive lineman is literally 79 overall. Etienne's an 87. That overall goes somewhere, you know. It really does. Rashid Shaheed's an 81. Colston Loveland, he's an 80. But you'd expect Colston Loveland to cook more than Jacksonville's 75 overall X Factor tight end. He didn't activate his X Factor once. Now for touchdowns, we had 3 passing touchdowns to these 2 guys right here. And then Travis Hunter and Alec Pierce for them. Now, if you look up at the top left, excluding Brian Thomas Jr., who somehow got a pancake, let that be known. Now, it's possible, but the only guy that allowed a sack was a 76 overall. Our lowest overall starting defensive lineman is, like, not that. 79 overall, 76, 74, 79. Does that seem good to you? If you think that's good, look at it. Oh, well, we didn't really have any. Membu needs to get traded. He's not playing like an 83 overall. He allowed 3 sacks. Let me go back to Jacksonville's. How did the right tackle do? No sacks. Or actually, 1 sack, 2 pancakes. How did ours do? No pancakes and 3 sacks. And look at the overall. Our right tackle, 83 overall. Their right tackle, 76. I'm going to leave my point there, because it is ridiculous. Now for the defense. Caleb Ransall, 80 overall free safety. He led the game with 10 tackles. Tony Adams, of course, leading it for us. Andre Cisco, Ezra Thomas. If he would have got oh, well, he wouldn't have gotten it anyways. He didn't really get any tackles. This is his first pass deflection of the season. Ain't it funny how the CPU does significantly better than you? Whenever you play your heart out, whenever you think you're doing good on defense, they end up leaving one guy in coverage wide open when you're playing your zone. You're playing the zone you're supposed to. But when you put a guy on a specific zone, he does not listen to it. I'm just going to let you know, we are NFL players. We are an NFL team. We aren't some Pee-wee football. We aren't some college team. We are a team full of really good defensive players, or really good players. Considered some of the best in the world. And we're considered one of the best teams in the NFL. But the Jaguars seem to be better than us. Or that's just how EA Sports wants it. On paper, they're trash compared to us. Now, their defense is the only good thing. I do not know why our first round pick, who we took at number 4, or I guess top 5, I don't know why. Look at his stats. Okay, he's out there almost every down. You think he'd get more than one tackle. I have his superstar abilities to where he can shed blocks a lot easier when it's a run. What does this man do? Not that. Not that at all. I tried using him a little bit. Not good. Not good at all. Now, whether he needs to develop or not, he's 82 overall, superstar dev. That's kind of like that tight end. The tight end for the Jags needs to develop, but apparently, he's had a breakout game. Against us, of all teams? Yeah. And this is just as ridiculous. Trayvon Walker, I don't understand why he played so good today. I don't. I don't understand why Saxonville is now coming back. Jordan Davis is good. I get Devin Lloyd's good. Trayvon Walker's good. You would think we'd be able to get something like this too. No. Not at all. But Sauce Gardner and Jamie Sherwood got a pick, and Jaquan Brisker got Mike Ward's only pick. I thought Mike Ward played good, besides for that one pick, which was kind of, I'd say it was more of a bad play call than anything. Mike Ward just threw his second pick, and what's funny about that, he probably wouldn't have a pick right now if it wasn't for me. I threw one in week 1 against Commanders, and I've thrown one here today. It doesn't help. I think we only play bad whenever I'm playing. That's why I freaking simulate so much. It's because stuff like this happens. And we play significantly better in simulation than when I do hop in. Now I will admit, the passing game, we still did pretty good. But I guess even in simulation, we still do bad in the run game. If this game would have been a little bit better and a little bit less rigged, maybe it'd be fun. I know I don't want the game to be me dominating it the entire time. I want it to be a challenge. This is not a challenge. This is just straight screwy. I'm probably not even saying the right word for it. The game's rigged, is what I'm trying to say. Now, the NFL may not be rigged in real life, but it is rigged in Madden. EA Sports, you made quite a game for people who love to get screwed over. This is like gambling, except you lose every time, guaranteed. You get a false sense of hope, and then you don't. And you lose it all. You lose all your money. You become homeless. And you're out in the streets for the rest of your life, living a pitiful existence. 66 overall, 3 breakdowns. Congratulations, EA Sports. You have made the dumbest game ever. You put a 66 overall breaking 3 tackles and a 69 overall breaking 2. Leading the game out of literally everybody. I believe that's also in receiving too. Yeah, they don't show up here. That's ridiculous. That's not fun. You have guys who you think you'd be able to tackle very easily. Breaking 2 guys, not even 70 overall, breaking a total combined 5 tackles. That's more than any player on my team broke. We only broke 2 tackles, and they broke 5, with 2 guys who ain't even 70 overall. If this is a sign of things to come, I don't want to play this game. I do prefer the gameplay in this one over NCAA 26 right now. I do. I have both games. But if it's gameplay like this, I don't want to play it. I will continue the series. I'm not canceling it just because of some crappy game. Who knows? I might come back the next game and play lights out on defense. We might get a shutout. Who knows? But this is nonsense. 69 overall and a 66 overall are not going to break a combined 5 tackles. And my guys aren't going to break that. I could be controlling them wrong. I could be getting unlucky. My guys don't necessarily have the best break tackle. But you would think a 69 overall and a 66 overall running back would not do that either. And if you think this is fun, playing like this, where guys who are easily tackleable don't get tackled just because I'm on all Madden, I think you've lost all sense of fun. You have terrible taste in fun if you think this is fun. Because this wasn't competitive at all. At one point it was, but then, just like a split second, snapped away. I want to play this game. I really do. I actually kind of like the gameplay, if it's not like this. This could just be me playing like crap, but I didn't. Well, every single game I play is pretty much a close one. This one shouldn't have been. It should not have been a loss. But whenever I'm in coverage, I get my zone. I lock down guys. But then there's coverage gaps. And then somehow an 80 overall throws it completely accurate. But when my quarterback, who's 97 overall, barely senses any pressure, oh, it's an overthrow. It's an interception. Yeah. Congrats, game. EA Sports. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Well, Mike, one shining light in that game. Mike Ward got Player of the Week. For the 3rd straight week, he got Player of the Week. We've got to make some kind of change. We allowed way too much. This defense is struggling terribly. We are bottom 7 in defense. We've made efforts. We're not a bad defense. So, as if things couldn't get much worse, we lose to a team we're 2 overall points better than by 18. Ward's not even playing bad. He did get outplayed by Allen, though. Run game still refuses to be good. I don't know. ETN just isn't playing good. We're allowing teams to play way too good. I don't know what's wrong. I thought we were doing good. We're going to be 4-3 now. This is starting to confuse me. We allow the rookie tight end they just drafted to get a touchdown and 71 yards. I just showed you we're not even a bad defense. Josh only got sacked once. Now, I will say their offensive line is significantly better than Jacksonville's, but it doesn't say their overall, which kind of sucks. But check out the defense. We do lead the game in tackles, and we do get a bunch of TFLs. Actually, it looks like Trevante Bridges actually got a TFL. Shamar Turner, the only guy for us to get a sack, and Joey Bosa. He's getting much older, but Shamar Turner, man, I don't know. We're probably going to have to change up this defensive playbook. I have it as the Steelers, who I thought was actually really good, but yeesh, they seem to be doing terrible. And right now, Ward just remains at that 3 spot. He is a perennial MVP candidate, but he just can't win it. Just can't win it because he just isn't having much success as a team. He's having to carry the team. We tried to get him a defense. We literally tried, but it isn't working. It seems the Packers, Bucks, and Ravens, they all have the least amount of yards allowed. Maybe we try to go the Packers defense. The Steelers have the most sacks. It's not like the Steelers are bad. It's just their defense is built pretty interesting. Well, luckily we do actually get back on track, beating the Patriots just barely. We don't seem to be doing nearly as good as we once was. Mike Ward throwing his 3rd pick of the season. He did get sacked once. Drake May went down 3 times. So we're finally starting to get more sacks. Whether we can keep this up or not, I don't know. But Ward having another game, kind of like the Jaguars and Commanders game. We're still just allowing too much. Now, the run game did a little bit better. I don't know, man. Garrett Wilson having a really good game. And then everybody else in the game just kind of dropped off. Now for tackles, Spillane and Duggar had a really good game. McDonald, Hamilton, they led our team in tackles. And otherwise, it was pretty much just completely destroyed by New England. New England controlled the defense. Man, we struggle so freaking much. Now for the sacks, Devin Bush. Maybe we go back to starting Devin Bush. I don't think the rookie linebacker is doing too good right now. Bush got a sack and a half. Johnson got a half sack. Shamar Turner got a half sack. It's kind of sad. I don't know why we're not seeing the rookie D-tackle get much. Like, I don't know. He's not a terrible D-tackle. Like, he's a superstar dev. That should matter a lot. Kyle Hamilton. He's going to get a free X Factor. What is it with them giving us some free development? So Kyle Hamilton's now an X Factor. Wow. Kyle Hamilton's now an X Factor. Reinforcement. Well, he's kind of a safety. Well, we're going to put shutdown on him because, well, I don't want anybody being able to beat him. These are his superstar abilities, if you wanted to know. And then I gave him the shutdown one because I don't want anybody passing on this defense. It's why we signed him. He's the only guy to pick off Mike Ward in the playoffs last year, which hopefully we can actually get back to this year. Because right now we are not playing like it. We've started winning games again, but we lost to the Jaguars and a couple other teams that shouldn't win. Coach, the defense's success in some areas today. How has the growth of Azariah Thomas helped the defense? He's giving us another leader and playmaker in defense. Well, it might not have happened before, but Azariah Thomas was given chance after chance after chance. Well, this defense looks pretty good, except for the D tackle, but we don't quite have enough money to sign anybody. Azariah Thomas, he's been pretty much fighting for it all freaking year. Getting that superstar dev, which he actually does. Whew. Him and Sons Gardner should do a lot better. Flat zone KO. Defenders with this ability force more catch knockouts and rant quicker in any flat zone coverage. Strip specialist and return man. Okay, well, we're not having him as a return man. Okay. Those are his abilities. On the ball, strip specialist, and flat zone KO. Luckily, we're starting to do a lot better. We beat the Texans. Now, we didn't have the best game. Well, he had a pretty good game, but he got sacked twice. He's not throwing for nearly as much as he would usually do. The run game, we're starting to do a little bit better in. Our offensive line isn't terrible. He ran 23 times. I don't know why he's not doing nearly as good as he usually would. And I don't know why we freaking suck at the receiving game. It makes no sense. ETN's still having a really good season. Well, let's see. Did he get a sack? No, it was Jermaine Johnson. And Houston, why is our O-line so bad? I don't understand. We're like above 80 overall at pretty much every position except for center. We have a superstar dev left tackle, which doesn't make sense why we're doing so bad. I don't know. Membu, as usual, gave up a sack. Sierra gave up a sack. It makes no sense. Well, now, Sierra, I kind of understand. He's a rookie center. He will get used to it eventually. But I don't know why he's not doing nearly as good as you could think. The thing is, we allow the other teams to always get much more than they're supposed to. Tackling wise, Sherwood is the only one that's consistent. Look how many Houston Texans got tackles. Now that's probably just from us holding the ball all game, because we did pretty much cook Houston the entire game. It seems we didn't do good in the first. We were held scoreless. Then we got 14 up on them. We were up 11. And then we were up about 3. Then we scored 10 in the fourth to just basically solidify the game. 11-24. Not as close, not as far apart as I would like, but hey, a win's a win. And you really hate to see it. Ward constantly moving down the board further and further. He's not even having a bad season. His team's just not helping him at all. And also, not to mention, mock draft 2 is here. I wonder if they have any receivers going in the first round at all. Now, I don't know if that's his problem, but our corner group should be good. Right now, it looks like the Bears still remain at 1. Seems they're still the worst football team in the league. And it's looking like the first quarterback off the board is going to be at number 7 to Seattle. It seems they've moved on from Sam Darnold, and doesn't seem like they're going to go with Jalen Milroe, who they honestly probably released. Colts going after a quarterback. Do we go after a first-round talent like Ashton Chancellor, Jerome Brooks, Juan Stoudemire, Jeff Sherman, Byron Cameron? There seems to be a lot of corners going in the first round, which it's kind of scary to see. Haven't seen a receiver yet, so there could be one fall. Oh, there's one. Roman Allison, the first receiver I've seen in the first round at all. So, San Fran could take a receiver. Now, this is kind of how I imagined us to play against Jacksonville. 35-7. Cleveland, of course, led by Shador Sanders, threw 3 interceptions, sacked 6 times. Mike Ward, still playing pretty good, only got sacked once. And our run game, ETN's had his best game of the season. Our passing game, though, man, we allowed too much to Njoku. Too much. We couldn't get a guy over 100. It sucks to see ETN not playing nearly as good. Falcons fans, avert your eyes. 328, it's kind of not a good thing for y'all. Now for break tackles. Quinshon Judkins and Shador Sanders. Okay, that's much more reasonable than two guys who ain't even 70 overall breaking 5 tackles combined. Now for the defense, let's see. Oh boy. We didn't have a single guy above freaking 7 tackles. We didn't have a guy get 7 tackles. But oh man, we only had Shamar Turner. Really? Shamar Turner, the only guy getting a TFL for us. I guess I don't count sacks as TFLs. Finally, we see Trevante get a sack again. This is awesome. The only Cleveland guy to get a sack was Mason Graham, which makes sense. Year one, he absolutely cooked us alongside Myles Garrett. Oh boy, it's nice to see the tables have flipped severely. Trevante finally getting his, first sack in a while. He went from having a 2-sack game where we were absolutely destroying everybody to, him barely even being able to get a single sack. Shamar Turner, I expected more from you, but I mean, at least you're getting a sack. McDonald, Johnson, y'all played good. Actually, everybody who got a sack, y'all played good. But for the interceptions, Washington, Gardner, and Cisco. Gardner, kind of expect it. Cisco, you don't usually play good. Washington, I gotta say the same to you, bud. And if we look at weekly awards, Mike Ward, for the first time in, since week 6. So it's been about 5 weeks since Mike Ward's been on the Player of the Week list. Well, it's kind of nice to see you back here, Mike. Because I want to be like Mike. I want to be on the freaking Player of the Week board every single week. Well, we are losing. I guess that's a good thing. Mike Ward having a 5-touchdown game, but he threw his 4th pick of the season. That's probably going to affect him a little bit, but oh my brother. We are finally giving me what I want. 7 sacks. Please tell me it's from the one guy I want it to be. I want him to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Our run game played pretty well. Now ETN fumbling once. He's had an issue with that before. Shaheed coming out of nowhere, having a really good game. 3 touchdowns. I guess speed killed that day. The defense, I'll save it for a second. We did pretty good. Azariah Thomas, the 2 guys that have actually went up a dev trait, Kyle Hamilton, the X Factor, and Azariah Thomas to 8 tackles, or up to a superstar. They let us. Nice job right there. We led. Actually, we were the only team to get a TFL. And Trevante, he got one. I want him to keep doing this. Kyle Hamilton got one. Will McDonald had a farm, and he had his best game in a while. As for the interceptions, Sauce Gardner, he's been getting a lot of interceptions recently. He's been getting one almost every game. And then Beanie Bishop Jr. got one. Well, he's been playing really good. Mike Ward is officially up to 2. Possibly by next week, we could be looking at Mike Ward at number 1. Brock Purdy, he ain't going to be up there forever. Jalen Hurts is kind of not up there forever. But we got guys like Jackson Dart up here. That's surprising. Michael Penix. Or all my Penix lovers out there. And then your typical guys, Mike Ward. He's the only guy. Well, I wouldn't say custom guy, but yeah, you know what I mean. He's the only custom guy to be up here. He already has more legacy score than the Mr. Irrelevant. You had Mr. Irrelevant and Mr. Top 3 right here. But Mike Ward at number 2 on MVP list. Highest he's been so far. And Xavier Foster is at number 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was not expecting this. Darius Etienne, he's Offensive Player of the Year #1 right now over Ward. Wow. Defensive Player of the Year, Will McDonald, who just had a 2.5 sack game. Yeah. And I guess I see why Jacksonville did really good. Trayvon Walker, Defensive Player of the Year. It's crazy. Well, I might be wrong. Trevonte Bridges, he's leading Defensive Rookie of the Year, so he might be really good. He could get up to X Factor if he stays here. Mike Ward's still best QB. Undisputed. And it says Travis Etienne has broken the top 10. What about NFC? Is Brees Hall up here? No, he is not. Now for best receiver, Darius Etienne's up there. He is at #1, and then we've got Rashid Shaheed at 10. So it looks like we're cooking on all cylinders right now. Best O-line, we've got Hennessy. We've got some liquor on the O-line, and he seems to be playing pretty freaking good. Best D-line, Will McDonald is up there for sure. Best linebacker, surprisingly, Jamian Sherwood's not up there. That is rather surprising. He's been on this list for the last 2 years, and he's not on there this year. Now, best DB. Who else are you gonna expect? Sauce Gardner, Kyle Hamilton, Azariah Thomas. Azariah Thomas pretty much here every year. Sauce Gardner is his first year in a while, if actually ever, he's been on this list. He's not on this list often, but when he is, he's been getting a pick almost every game, it feels like. Kyle Hamilton, we got him this offseason. He just got up to an X Factor. He seems to be playing good as well. Azariah Thomas got up superstar dev. This defense could be looking. This is how I wanted it to be. It's looking scary. We're getting a lot of sacks. We're forcing turnovers. If we can keep this up, we might be the best team. Probably not record-wise, but because we'd have to win every single game here on out. But we'd have to do really good. Jake Bates could get up to freaking superstar dev. That's like the max you can get for kicker. And now for the playoff picture. We are literally tied for the best team in the AFC. Because we're tied with Buffalo. It's just, it seems like there's a lot of 8-3 teams in the AFC right now. Now, I don't know about the NFC. Looks like a bunch of the typical guys. Dallas is actually not there. But we could get a rematch with Jacksonville. We very well could. That'd be awesome. I'd love to go beat them in the playoffs with our team who's actually a lot better now. I don't know what much changed, but we're better now. Well, Azariah Thomas got a third chance to get up. I know I've come a long way this season, but I'm not done yet, Coach. I'm not stopping until I'm the best. If he gets an X Factor now, I will lose it. You're on the verge of it. Keep pushing until you are. We're going to do everything we can make it happen. I thought for a second that said X Factor. Hooey, that scared me. Player of the week. Man, oh man. Look at that. Once he gets on his groove, he's going to go back in. Player of the week constantly. Hey, where's Brock Purdy in the NFC Player of the Week? I don't see him up there. Oh, there's week 4. It's almost like Brock Purdy doesn't belong up there. Maybe Mike Ward, who's been Player of the Week practically every week when he's played good. I don't see Brock Purdy there. Well, I mean, this guy, Donnie Kieran, we don't really. I'm not going to say we don't need another D tackle, but ooh wee. This man looks like another Trevante Bridges. Oh boy. This guy's going to be something special. I can't imagine this guy dropping out of the top 10. Not heck, even top 5. I'd say, you know what, top 3. He's a heck of an athlete. His base skills look great. Injury looks great. Yeah, this man deserves top 5. I don't even need another D tackle. We already have 2 really good ones. If we get this man, nobody would stop us at all. You wouldn't be able to get any run. We'd get like 10 sacks a game. This is a guy I don't actually hate. Juan Stoudemire. His base stats look pretty good. He's 22 years old, 6'3". He's got elite to great speed. You don't really see good speed or elite speed from position players that often in this game. And he looks pretty solid too. He's projected round 1. We can just trade up. Now, I don't know who we trade, but we could definitely trade up. That B zone coverage is good. B man coverage, so he can do it all. He's pretty fast. He's only 22 years old. His injury looks pretty solid. His catching, not the best, but he's a corner, so you don't expect that. Block shitting could be great. He's a corner with pretty good block shitting. That's insane. He's 191, so we could probably send him on a couple corner blitzes. Juan Stoudemire does not look bad at all. So we seem to be in a neck-and-neck race with Buffalo and for the number 1 seed in the AFC. If we can get a week 1 bye in the playoffs, that'd be awesome. But it doesn't look like Buffalo's giving up anytime soon. And their schedule probably doesn't look that bad either. As they just ended up beating the Jaguars. They've got the Chargers, Dolphins, Ravens, Patriots, and Jets, which is us. So they've got a pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but now let's look at the Chargers. Chargers, they seem to, oh boy, yeah, they don't seem to be doing too good. They haven't played the Bills yet, but they're about to. They're about to have a rough game, I imagine, against them. They started off the season pretty good, but then it's kind of went downhill. Speaking of downhill, that's the opposite direction we're going. We win. Mike Ward has a great game. We get 4 sacks. We force 2 picks. Cam Ward, not even getting a 90 quarterback passer rating, having an incredible game. And ETN finally hitting that 100 mark in a game. This is probably why we won. Also, the defense playing really good. Even Rachaad White got in on the action. So blocking finally did good today. We didn't allow. Actually, I think we allowed. Actually, was it a sack? Yeah, we only got sacked once, which is incredible. Now, we didn't have a 100-yard receiver. Garrett Wilson was our leading receiver at 58 yards. So, we're not too heavy on the passing game right now. But we're doing pretty good on defense right now. We were bottom. We started the season bottom 7 in defense, but now we seem to be doing pretty good. Defense has definitely turned around. Playbook change definitely helped. We led the game in TFLs. Now for the 4 sacks, Trevante getting a half sack. I want him to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and with him getting as many sacks as possible, that's helping. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, these 2 edge rushers, they're playing out of their minds. I only changed it to the Ravens playbook. Shout out my friend Colin. He recommended me put it on the Ravens playbook. Then again, Colin is a Madden cheeser, as we call him. Now for the 2 picks, we got Kyle Hamilton and Andre Sisco. With the interception, is Sisco ready for a breakout? Are we going to have another really good defensive player at DB? Well, if things go right, Mike Ward could well win MVP. That's one major thing I've been wanting to do this season. He came so close the first one, his rookie year, finishing 3rd he could very well win it this year. And Xavier Foster, he's first on the Coach of the Year. So we're looking for a pretty great year. I knew Brock Purdy couldn't last forever. He wasn't making it onto the Player of the Week. Mike Ward is impressed, and he's only in his second year. He could become the youngest MVP candidate to win MVP. Hooey. That's going to be some. I really hope he can do it. If he plays good from here on out, it should be without a doubt MVP Mike Ward. Unfortunately, we do take a loss, down 14. Philly had us in their bag pretty much the entire game. We were basically set up in comeback mode the entire time. Ward didn't have a touchdown. He got sacked 5 times. Oh, that's not good. Hurts not even getting 200, but Ward not even getting a touchdown. Not good. Barkley, he got too much. Way too much. 3 touchdowns. ETN, man. You did pretty good, but Barkley, wow. Wilson having a good game. I promise I will get to play a game. I promise. Now for the sacks, Philly basically controlled it. McDonald, Stutzman, the only Jets players to get a sack. McDonald, he gets one pretty much every single year, or every single game. You kind of expect it. Jalen Carter, oh boy. You've got to be kidding me. I don't know why he does so good. He's not even that high of an overall. Dennis Marshall, it seems, who has the same exact face scan, who seems to be Trevante Bridges' identical twin. He does pretty good. That's pretty much it. Funny enough, we're still in contention for that number 1 seed, but we're also in contention to win our division. We're tied. It's a 3-way tie between the Patriots, us, and the Bills. Who would have thought? The Patriots, they've been doing good. They're 9-4. Ward is second in the league in passing yards. He's only 2 away from getting his goal. He probably leads the freaking league in touchdowns. He's doing pretty good for himself. He's just doing pretty good in general. Nobody else, though, is top 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he did it. Quarterback Mike Ward in only technically 1.5. Well, I guess 1 3/4 of a year. He got up to 99 overall. He just joined the 99 overall club with an X Factor in his second year. This man looks unstoppable. Somehow he's only the 4th ranked quarterback in the league. Maybe if he wins MVP, that'll change. But for now, this man, 99 overall. His accuracies look insane. His throw power is 95. And he's got a boost. Looking at all those 99s is kind of crazy. 98 short accuracy, 99 medium, 96 deep, 97 throw on the run, 91 awareness, 97 play accuracy, 99 under pressure. He's not so good at break sack. He's 82 break sack. He can still improve, but it's kind of pointless at this point. He can only improve on this stuff he's still really good at. Him being number 4, I don't know. I'd say he's the number 1 in the league. This man is, just to think, we were inches away from taking a guy like Roman Rhodes, who's still doing pretty good. The Steelers are actually the number 1 seed. Well, maybe I was wrong. Roman Rhodes, he's not really developed too much. He is only an 84, so Mike Ward is taking a more, let's just say, drastic leap to becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and possibly one of the best Jets quarterbacks of all time. we definitely have our man. Pittsburgh has their next guy. They have both us and them. We've had our struggles at finding a quarterback at all. Roman Rhodes, he doesn't seem too bad, but he still needs to work on his awareness, throwing the run. The ability to break the sack is not really there. He's not got the best speed, so this is kind of a statue build. So he's definitely going to work on being able to break the sack. His throw power is not the best. His accuracies, they're not all 90. They're not all true 90s. Deep is 90. His medium's 89, and his short is 88. So he's definitely got to work on himself a lot more to be anywhere considered close to Mike Ward. But I think Roman Rhodes and Mike Ward could very well be two quarterbacks who go bar for bar, who basically go back and forth with everything they do. But Roman's going to have a couple more years before he's 90 overall. Maybe next year he can be 90, but for now, I wouldn't consider it at all. Well, like I said, there's a three-way tie for the division, and if the Steelers lose it all, that could be our spot. We just need the Bills and the Patriots to lose. So this will probably be our game next week. We'll probably play the Patriots, and then we'll play the Bills. If we beat the Patriots here, and the Bills win, all we'd have to do is win out until the Bills game, or hope for a Bills loss, and we keep winning. We have two relatively easy games. Panthers and the Dolphins. Dolphins aren't the best. They're kind of the worst in our division. 3-10. By the time we play them, we should be, I don't know. We should already be in double digits. The best we can do right now is 13-4. One more, actually, I guess like one or two more wins, and we should be pretty much secure in the playoff spot. Right now, the only team who could actually pretty much say they've almost locked up their division is the Steelers. Actually, the Jaguars, they pretty much have their division won. Unless they absolutely sell the rest of the season, Jacksonville should make the playoffs very much. And I kind of look forward to it. Whether we lose this game against New England or the Bills, if we lose both games, now obviously we'll probably not make the playoffs. We might still make the playoffs no matter what. But either way, it's gonna be a tough game. Both teams have really good players. Bills, even without the two tight ends, they can still cook us. So, and we are coming off a loss. So, we're going to need that. But for now, that's going to do it for the Gents. Next episode, we will play against New England in what we hope to be a potential division sealing game. We just need Buffalo to lose and us to win to get this playoff underway. If we win this game against New England, we've got their tiebreaker. And if we somehow stay undefeated till week 18 and Buffalo loses the game or two, heck, we might not even have to lose to them. We might not even have to beat them just to win the division. But for now, that'll do it. That's going to do it for the Jets franchise here today. I am your boy Baller One as always, saying peace out, everyone.